what Reshape adds is just kind of a framework then for how then can we take these folks who are already kind of forward-thinking, forward-leaning, forward-minded, and kind of energize them, and then how do they work to bring the whole congregation on board. That's another big piece of Reshape, was it really gave us that framework for how we could have listening sessions and congregational input, and how all the congregation together could then be, because not everybody in the congregation is quite as excited about dreaming in the future and what's going to happen next, and so this is a way to get them on board in a pretty straightforward manner that didn't feel like change your whole personality and change who you are, but instead say, just speak your truth, speak what is important to you, and then the framework can kind of help guide us into those next steps. We are seeing some transformation already starting, kind of a little bit along the edges. Our kind of guiding metaphor, guiding principles are what we call our 4 W's. That we're a church that welcomes, a church that worships, a church that works and wonders. And so that's been kind of our framework for several years now. And when Reshape kind of added this level of what's next, it kind of fell into these 4 different categories in terms of what new initiatives would look like. And so the last several weeks we've been preaching on reshaping welcome and reshaping worship, and how these different W's are being reshaped. I think that Central's involvement is key here. I think Central has always done a good job, at least in my experience, done a good job in recognizing that healthy congregations are important partners in theological education. That's where students come from, and that's where students go, right? And so the congregational involvement is important. And so I think to see Central's involvement in Reshape makes a ton of sense. I think from both of our perspectives, it helps us as a local church to say, okay, here is somebody that cares about theological education, but also cares about churches being healthy and churches being innovative, churches being creative and flexible and responsive to these volatile events. And so I think it's meaningful then to have this voice, this partner, that, like you say, isn't necessarily micromanaging every church's connection and what they're going to do next and so on and so forth, but is a valuable piece in the puzzle.